The cat bought the... God damn it, English, Damien. The podcast where I stream every 2 weeks. So, how is everybody? Nobody's watching yet. Okay. As long as we're clear on that. Make sure this is, in fact, episode 8. Okay. Scheduled. Okay. You can please. Okay, well. So yeah. So I actually do have a YouTube video all set and everything ready to go. However, that YouTube video is suspended because I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I was going through my collection over there. You can't see it, but it's on my mantle. And I'm looking at my Soundwave, and I'm like, man, I love this figure. And then I see some parts of it, and I'm like, these used to be gray. Why are they this dingy green? And it turns out that that figure has yellowed. And I'm really sad. I remember when I got that figure. How many O's can I put in hello? Let's go to 200. It's my channel, I can do what I want. So let me... Okay, Jesus Christ. That filled up the screen. So, yeah, that is a thing I can do. Yeah, I can pin it. I'm back to using this because Streamlabs has been off and on again. You know how it is. And the video I have scheduled is an actual in-depth review of the Inquisitor transport side. So, if you're up for that, I recommend checking that video out when it comes out. I'm also on Twitter. I can't check my Twitter because my phone's on right there. But I'm having a good time on Twitter. People are pretty nice over there, actually. Twitter's not been a bad place recently. And there's a lot of conspiracies and controversies with Twitter. You can hate the owner, but leave the app alone because it's really enjoyable there. There's a bunch of great communities on there. Please leave the app alone. I have the biggest following on YouTube, but actually Instagram is catching up. I'm about to have the... Instagram is catching up to my YouTube channel, and we're at 100 subscribers. Currently, as of today, we are at 101 subscribers. And I did say we will do a giveaway, and we will. Just let me get some resources ready. It might take some time because this will be my first giveaway. But yeah, just let me get some resources and things set up for the giveaway, and then when that actually does happen, it can go off without a hitch, because I just don't feel like having a giveaway go to hell and not being successful. I want it to actually do the things that I want it to do. So that will be fun, is doing the giveaway. Maybe make it like an Easter egg hunt. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it would be pretty cool. Little heat burn, heartburn, stroke, whatever the hell this thing is called. It's not Skywarp. It's It's something else. I forget what his name is. Oh, don't you do that. Come on, man. You never had an issue before. It's my only actual Siege Seeker, so. It's amazing how many toys in the Siege line weren't actually from Siege. It is that time of the year. It is Christmas time. And will I be doing a stream on Christmas? Probably. Like, there's like almost no doubt. I'm definitely doing. I did a Christmas stream. I mean, I did a Halloween stream. There's no way I'm not doing a Christmas stream. So what's been going on with everything and everywhere in the world? Well, the short answer is the world's on fire, but what else is new? Twitter is owned by Elon Musk. They say a lot of hate speech is going up on there. I'm just not seeing it. I don't go on there looking for hate speech, so that might be why. Like, everybody eventually counters some hate speech, but I just don't see it as rampant as a lot of people say. I just don't. I mean, I hear of accounts getting suspended left and right, and they're like, oh, they disagree with Elon. They tried to say Elon banned Kanye. Oh, wow, Kanye. Well, there's a topic. Oh my God, Kanye West. What is going through that man's head? That man, I don't know what went through his head. I don't know what powers commanded him. But that man ended his career faster than Kim Kardashian's career started. Like, that's crazy. And, yeah, if you're not informed, I guess with the anti-Semitic remarks that he's made, he was like, oh, they're going to see me as Hitler. I'm going to be Hitler. And that's the only way I can rationally think about why he did what he did on... Oh, it just gives me the shudders. I hate everything about what he did on that show. Oh, yeah, Hitler did some great things. No, he did not. Please stop. Just stop. I might get demonetized for even mentioning Kanye at this point, but like that's something that has to be talked about. That man has ended his... There's no way. And I doubt there's anybody still supporting him. Like, he made like a swastika inside the Star of David, which I can see how that's offensive. And then Elon Musk told him, hey, take this down. We can't have that. And to which Kanye replies, who made you the judge? And then, like, Elon cites the Bible, and then I forget what Kanye said after that. But Kanye goes, this is my last tweet on here. Let's make it worth it. And it's just like a picture going around of Elon used to ridicule him. Elon goes, this is fine. Goes up to the swastika and the Star of David, this is not. And promptly suspends him. Y'all can say what you want about Elon Musk, but Elon Musk did the right thing. Like, that deserves respect right there. He's like, yeah, you can make fun of me, but you're not gonna just, like, make fun of a bunch of Jews. Oh, did I just... No, they are called Jewish. People who are Jewish are called Jews. I hope that's not offensive. Pretty sure it's not. So... Well, that was a whole endeavor. Like, I don't know what came over that man. I can't understand it. There's just no rationalizing what he said. You just can't. I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't know how anybody could. What that man just said was like absolutely crazy on the talk show. And then what goes on and says on Twitter, it's like, are you trying to end your career? like, yeah, I guess you had nothing else to lose after those messages you sent on Twitter. But, like, what the heck, man? That's not cool. It's just a whole endeavor, and I could dedicate the live stream entirely to that man. But it's just not worth it. That man is just mess. There's no reason he needed to say what he did. There's no reason for him to believe what he does. Granted, he did marry Kim Kardashian, so I guess some of her crazy mixed with his crazy, and then now that's just a thing. I don't like Kim Kardashian. There's more plastic in her than in the ocean. And that's a fact. Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of Kim Kardashian now. That's, you know how, if we took all the plastic out of her, we could make my Lego sets 10 times over. I'm just saying, bro. But no, I haven't heard. Well, hang on, what's Kim Kardashian's response to this shit? When was this? That's October 13th. No, I want news. Kim Kardashian didn't cheat on Kanye West with Chris Paul. Okay. What is this man's damage? You have like there's like no authority in what this man says at all anymore. Kanye West claims ex-wife Kim Kardashian cheated with Chris Paul. Kim's response. To be fair, if I was Kim Kardashian, I'd cheat on him too. I mean, am I wrong? Oh, this is just a rabbit hole. Oh, this is a rabbit hole by TMZ. Let's go. Kim Kardashian breaks silence on Balenciaga, however the hell you say that, scandal, relationship under review. It appears Balenciaga is already taking steps to make things right. In a new statement Monday on we are reinforcing instructions around creative process and validation steps. We want to ensure that new control marks a pivot and will prevent this from happening again. Kim Kardashian has broken her silence to launch a scandal in which she featured children posing with BDSM, yeah, that's right, BDSM-themed accessories. What the hell? No! Oh, oh. I don't know which of them is which. I don't know who any of these people are. They both look like plastic. They both look like the Barbie dolls my sister used to play with. But out of that, I don't know those people. Where Biden speaks out after Kanye West's latest anti-Semitic rant. Masked Kanye West praises Hitler in Alex Jones. That's the interview I was referring to. Beloved rapper from who? What? Silence is complicity. Biden speaks out after. YE? What the hell? Okay. I want to make a few things clear. The Holocaust happened. Hitler was a demonic figure, and instead of giving it a platform, our political leaders should be calling out and rejecting anti-Semitism wherever it hides. Silence is complicity. Well, you got your wish, bro. He is off the platform. Man, yeah. I like how they're like, silence is complicity, except when you're, but only when you're being, but not when you're being bullied. When you're being bullied, all you should do is be silent, because eventually they'll go away. I like that strain of logic. And he is probably the same one who's like, don't interact with the bullies. Or, don't interact with the bullies. Fish sandwich. You know? Yeah, so that's kind of hypocritical, but like, you know, it's on a greater scale. Like, if I wouldn't be complacent with Hitler, like I would have sent the bomb from Nagasaki to him. Like, you know, praising Hitler and denying the Holocaust is vile, appalling, and must be condemned. Our administration will continue to stand up against anti-Semitism and the epidemic of hate. I'm not gonna say anything. It kind of caused the hate. Like even under Trump, which was a bad president, like I'm not supporting him, but I don't support a lot of them because during Trump, it was like people who hated Trump would make jokes about him. People who hated Hillary would also make jokes. Everybody hated everybody, but it was like mainly those two. Maybe I was too young to feel as divided as I am. It's really sad, especially with all what's going on, all the hate that's been going around, and it's not our fault. It's really not. It's not us, the common folk. It's them up there and for-profit media. For-profit news outlets are probably the most scummy and scandalous things ever. They're not going to show you anything worth knowing, because anything worth knowing doesn't get a story. So they're going to show you what will get a story. Even if they have to alter it to make it a story, which is really unfortunate. You have them going at each other, going for your throats, and I remember being shocked when, in 2016, how old was I? I was about 11 or 12 when they got elected. Now, I remember seeing the news ads for that. It was not the news ads, but the political ads. Trump did this. Hillary's deleted emails. I'm just like, it's like watching a fight. I don't know who's gonna win. It was just like haymakers right at each other, and it was the grossest thing I'd ever seen. Like, I feel icky knowing about that and thinking about that, because just the amount of like hate thrown back at each other. And you know, with politics, it's always going to be the other side blaming the other side, and vice versa. It's always going to be that. That can be done in a respectful manner, which 2016 politics were not. Granted, Trump wasn't the first one to do it. Thomas Jefferson did it first. Was it Thomas Jefferson? Thomas Jefferson reinvented the light bulb, right? So it was probably Jefferson the president. I don't know what. I think it was. Who the hell? I hate not knowing my own history. President Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, a spokesperson for Dallas, was first founding father, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. He was the third U.S. president, and he said some things. He said some things to Hamilton and everyone, but like, so dirty politics is not first to Trump. Racism certainly isn't first to Trump, and granted, racism really has no place in our politics today. But like a lot of the hate is a lot of our political leaders' fault, and that's no exaggeration. Like when you spew that the other side is evil and is like irredeemable and they're all full of idiots and bigots and trying to dirty their image, and then they try to dirty your image right back, and then it's just back and forth. Like, no, I'm correct. No, I'm correct. No, I'm correct. It's just really, really bad. It's really sad and gross to watch, especially as an American myself. I'm just sitting there looking at politics and I'm like, I don't care what any of you have done. I care English, damn it. I care about what you guys will do. Like, Biden and his, 30, 60 decades of anti-abortion, and then his sudden stance on abortion. It's just like, the past isn't what to go on. Granted, Trump was on Epstein's list, and that's kind of bad for multiple reasons, but I'm pretty sure they didn't release the whole list because the FBI has not been too good recently. The FBI has been about as unbiased as what's pretty biased? Oh, the New York Times and Fox News. The same news outlets that tell you year after year drug dealers are putting drugs in your candy, even though I can't find a drug dealer anywhere. Oof. So the epidemic of hate is real, but it's only because they caused it. And it's not like, oh, they caused coronavirus. No, coronavirus is a freak accident from a bat. There's a difference between eating what you shouldn't, then paying for that, and then causing hate. I feel like that needs to be a distinction there. I'm in pain right now. Perpetuating lies such as denial of the Holocaust and praising fascist murderers is dangerous and fans the flames of anti-Semitism and hate. We all have the obligation to condemn these vile acts. We must not stay silent. Okay, I'm tired of people saying this. Hitler was not a fascist. Benito Mussolini was a fascist. I think he was the first fascist. And dictator was also a phrase that was created specifically for him. Benito Mussolini created the term fascismo, which in English translates to fascism. So he was the first modern day fascist. Well, Hitler was a socialist, and actually Benito Mussolini, who was a socialist before creating fascism, but his pro-war stance made him very unpopular, and then they kicked him out. So that's a history tidbit. Stalin wasn't a fascist either. He was an authoritarian socialist dictator. It was like the weirdest. It's weird how places go from communist to socialist over time. And that's really weird, but China's now socialist, Vietnam socialist, Cuba socialist. They're loose forms of communism. But yeah, it's just dregs from the past. Sharpie on words. Now would be a great time to follow Auschwitz Museum. I don't follow Auschwitz Museum because I don't like depressing things. I know about Auschwitz Museum. I know about what Auschwitz was. I do like history, particularly World War II history because of all the technological advances. Fun fact, they were trying to create an aircraft carrier that could fool German U-boats, and it was called the Habak. And it was made out of this special material called pykrete, which is wood and ice. So the story behind it, and this is a true story, is he said wood and ice, pykrete. So he shot a piece of wood, the wood splintered, shot a piece of pykrete, the bullet ricocheted and hit another guy in the room. That's a true story. Yeah, Kanye's anti-Semitism, it has like no place in this country. He can go to Russia though. I'm pretty sure the people up there love that. Not the people there. I'm pretty sure the people there living there are suffering pretty bad right now. Pretty sure the higher ups though, the people in the Kremlin, specifically this guy who rhymes with button, loves racism and anti-Semitism. I mean, if Kanye comes out as homophobic tomorrow, the red flags are there. Comes out as homophobic tomorrow, I'm not surprised. Saying you like Hitler, love the Nazis, and spending all your time with a white supremacist makes you one thing clear. Kanye is a vicious anti-Semite. His comments today on InfoWars are not just vile and offensive, they put Jews in danger. I can understand that. I don't want a Auschwitz set up in America because that's kind of bad. But we did actually have camps, which were kind of bad, but we put our Japanese Americans in those camps during World War II, and the racism against them was huge, all because they came from Japan. And it was especially bad in Hawaii, simply after Pearl Harbor. So a lot of things happened to them. So it's unfortunate, but it did happen. The American Jewish Committee. When three of America's top anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, Yee, Fuentes, and Jones, come together, demonize Jews and praise Hitler, and intimate on all people of goodwill to forcefully condemn this vile hatred. Will you join us? Will you stand with the Jewish community? I mean, I'm currently sitting, but I will stand, you guys. Yeah, no. I support everything you do. I mean, I'm not about to just go out there and march simply because a march doesn't really do anything. They're not going to leave the country. And you can't really... Hate speech isn't really a crime, unfortunately. Granted, it's probably best that it isn't because what constitutes hate speech can, in fact, be objective. I mean, subjective, and that could be used to silence political opponents, which would be unfortunate. I am sickened by the conversation with Alex Jones had with avowed anti-Semitic Kanye West and Nick Fuentes. At a time when English, Damien, damn it, it's your first language. At a time when anti-Semitism is on the rise as an alarming such vile rhetoric to give a platform and legitimize. He doesn't have a platform. Twitter gave him the boot. What do you mean? Elon Musk said, I tried my best, Twitter CEO Elon Musk wrote on the decision to suspend Yee. Despite that, he again violated our rules against incitement of violence. Account will be suspended. While some claim Musk should have taken action sooner, the move was also praised by members of both political parties for deplatforming anti-Semitism. Posting a swastika and a Star of David is not art or creativity, it is a hateful intimidation and intention incitement. Sam James was wrote in part, our nation should immediately call it what it really is. yeah, it's really bad what that man. He's not normalizing hate. I'm not sure anti-Semitism is on the rise. I don't really see a lot of people going around with swastikas. I mean, to be fair, I don't look for it. I don't actively seek out Nazis because it's kind of weird too. Why would you actively seek out something kind of bad? Hang on, I think I have the cure for it's somewhere. I have the cure for Nazis. Where's my cure? Ah, my cure. What might be the cure for Nazis, you ask? Castration. That is the least controversial joke I'll ever make. At this point, I'm not sure it's a joke. So, yeah, so there's that. Why was he in a mask? Trump's latest dinner guest, Nick Fuentes, white supremacist. Fuentes sounds a little Hispanic to be a white supremacist. He said, ye said, he said, ye said. Ben Shapiro, Kanye West clash over Trump dinner with Holocaust denier. Comments from Ben Shapiro on Sunday specifically condemned U.S. President Donald Trump for hosting a dinner last week attended by Ye and a Holocaust denier, white supremacist Nick, sparking a Twitter war of words with the artist formerly known as Kanye West. A good way not to accidentally die with vile racist and anti-Semitic that you don't know is not to die with a vile racist and anti-Semitic you do know. I mean, Kanye West is an anti-Semitic. If Trump really didn't know who Nick Fuentes is, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't know every person. But there is an actual chance he does because Trump is known for this little thing. It's called a fib or a lie, and he does do that. Like a lot of political leaders do that, and that's how they further their careers as political people. Unfortunately, it makes a lot of what they say irrelevant. So, Kanye West is very much wanted to visit. Kanye West very much wanted to visit Mar-a-Lago. Our dinner meeting was intended to be Kanye and me only, but he arrived with a guest, Fuentes, whom I had never met and know nothing about. He's opposed to women's suffrage, believes the Holocaust is a hoax, Fuentes, I hope a lot of people understand, does not represent everybody on the right. Granted, I'm neither on the right or the left, and I'd like to be in the middle, so I can look at both points and see which one actually makes the most sense. That's also how news stories happen. I see one side pointing out one thing, see the other side pointing out something else, and merge the two, and I'm like, ah. So what really happened was back and forth, who he started, what blah blah blah, you know how it is. A good way not to accidentally die with a vile racist and an anti-Semitic is you don't know, it is not to die with a vile racist and anti-Semitic you do know. And that's fair. I'm not sure Kanye West was racist because Jewish people aren't a race, it's a religion. that a lot of people follow. Granted, it does have a long ancestry, but I'm pretty sure you can just be Jewish. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I don't think you have to have any ancestry. I don't know how that works. I'm an atheist, so I'm not the expert here. Sadly, you've trashed yourself. You didn't need my help. It wasn't me. It wasn't the Jews. It was just you. Jesus, Ben Shapiro, calm down, man. Fools arguing and learning together. One wonders why Kanye West gets the media he gets. He was just a dumb Jew hater. Right, the press should only follow smart Jew haters. Right on. Marty Goldman is just a dumb hater. Tried to be Mensch. Really disappointed in Trump. Ivanka should say the same to Americans is inviting West was a colossal mistake, one for which I do not know how to forgive him. I can understand that, yeah. I would personally be upset if a friend of mine was like, hey, I'm dining with this openly racist and anti-Semitic. You want to come? No, I do not. That is not what's going to be happening today. So, Kim Kardashian and Yee's divorce. Who the hell names their child Yee? Adidas ends partnership with Kanye West after Ed submitted comments. Yeah, no, that happened a month ago. Dude lost like $2 billion in a day. I was like, screw it. Nazi. My man was like, not my man. I don't know whose man he is, but he ain't mine. That dude was like, if I can't have money, I'll make it sure my kids can't have money, and so will their grandkids. I will be known throughout the history books as that racist guy. I tried to see it. So Kim Kardashian is actively ignoring this, but it's like, no, I'll ignore his anti-Semitism. I will go on about how is she saying she cheated on him with Chris Paul? Is she denying it? Is she confirming it? I am so confused as what's going on there. I get the chills. Kim Kardashian used to force Cello, Adidas ends partnership. Valencia Fashion or cuts ties with Yee. So that's a thing that happened. Why can't this man just be like Ozzy Osbourne? Ozzy Osbourne had my favorite interview. It was
Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones invited Kanye West on the program, the one with the covered face. And the conversation was as offensive and harmful as you might expect.
You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that a demonized. I see good things about Hitler also.
West has been saying and posting things like that for months. Recently, he brought a well-known white supremacist and Holocaust denier to dinner with Donald Trump, which the Republican candidate for president has refused to clearly denounce.
he did clearly denounce it. What do you mean?
It's almost hard to understand that this is happening in 2022. Advocates are sounding the alarm that anti-Semitism in the U.S. is becoming mainstream.
It's not.
Last year, we tracked 2,717 anti-Semitic incidents throughout the United States, making it the highest number on record since ADL began tracking anti-Semitic incidents in 1979.
Definitely on track. It should be probably around where 2021 was, possibly even higher.
No, we're not.
What you said has been a normalization of anti-Semitism.
Dr. Peter Hotez
It's not socially acceptable. You're an anti-Semitic. We don't want you here. It's not socially acceptable. I don't like Jewish people. I don't like you. That's how that works. I'm over here talking about like screw Nazis and all this and that in front of my Lego collection. Like, I'm sorry, Lord Vader, you have to see this, but like, it's got to be seen.
Lee, thank you very much indeed for joining this movement podcast. My first question for you, I guess it's an obvious one. What do you hope to achieve from our conversation?
That right there, being in American media, it's very sensitive. It feels like an episode of Black Mirror a lot of times. So I've put myself across the line, the point of no return.
Yeah, you have.
I know they're gonna say whatever they want about me. When I bring up
We
the
are.
truth, they're gonna say,
What truth?
"No, sleep. It's because of your health." They're gonna call me names for my truth, but these experiences. that
Your
I'm
truth?
talking about
Your
are
truth is wrong.
actually things that I've went through, and things that I refuse to keep going through, and things that I'm not gonna let my children go through, and things that I'm not gonna let my peers go through. No pun intended.
Well, look, we are most certainly uncensored on this show, yeah. I want to give you the time and the platform to really explain yourself, because I think that sometimes sound bites about people, perhaps taken out of context, sometimes celebrate distorted view of what a person really thinks. What do you think, looking back over the last few weeks in particular, what do you think have been the biggest misconceptions about you?
Well, I think there's a left agenda to silence anyone that goes against the agenda. Let's go back to Trump running for office back in 2015. Everyone that was around me in my industry, in the entertainment industry, told me that my life would be over. I would be on the wrong side of history. I've even had threats to my life for wearing the Trump hat. And it even ended up in, destroying my family and also making it where I have to raise my children differently because I actually am a person that's classified as Black. I classify myself as Jew, but, I classify myself as Jew.
Go on.
I classify myself as Jew, person that's classified as Black. I classify myself as Jew.
He classifies himself as Jew?
The person that's classified that has been given that title in America as Black, in America, that I'm supposed to stay in a block of a vote. You never heard the term white vote. So why is there a term Black vote? How is that okay? It sounds just as racist as a Black drinking fountain. And my dad, called me and said, the thing that the left fear about gay or makes me the most dangerous is I'm rich. And that's the point. Tupac told me back in the day, you have to get your money right and then you go to war. So I'm going to war.
Yeah, you have your money right. Right in the track.
I only have like maybe, obviously only maybe $120 million in my account. But what I'm not going to let happen is I'm not going to let my kids take over YouTube Sunday and have a boardroom telling them what to do and talking behind their back. I'm not going to let that happen to my children. So I have to fight right now. And the other powerful icons in Black music, when they were at the top of the game, they didn't fight at that point. They were too afraid of losing whatever they had. So by the time they wanted to make a difference, by the time Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC, he didn't have the Cosby Show at that time to be able to stand up when they wanted to literally throw him in jail, when they actually did throw him in jail. So people have to understand just the bravery. There's so many people everywhere. I know everyone can relate to being afraid to say what you're gonna feel because you feel like you're gonna lose something. So whether you agree with me or not, I believe
He went to jail for assault.
the fact that someone
Indecent assault. 3 accounts of that. What do you mean?
5 things that people have been historically killed for every day. And it's just, I want to prove, first of all, I am Jew also.
I am Jew also. What the hell is this?
Do your research on it. We have got our culture ripped from us and then told we were just simply void of color, which is another definition for black. But if we knew we were a culture and knew we were a people, the way the Jewish people know, then we wouldn't abort ourselves. We wouldn't shoot each other dead in the streets and then rap about it. We wouldn't brag about, having sex with each other's wives. We would keep our families together and we would do business together. The most dangerous place for a black person in America is actually in our mother's stomachs. Because 50% of black deaths a year in America is abortion. Currently. I mean, I can keep going, but I want to make it a
Listen, I don't want to jump in too much because here's what I honestly think. I think you have an extraordinary mind.
Actually, a weird mind. That's
You're a genius.
music.
Fascinating topic figure. What has been interesting to me is to watch the furore which has erupted in the last 2 weeks over a series of statements that you've made, which have caused, as you know, a lot of offence. And I guess before I get into them, I'm just curious as to whether you think there is a line for free speech. I would like to take the opinion that there is a war against free speech, that people are treading on eggshells all the time. Terrified of expressing honestly held opinions in case they get cancelled. I think we're living in a really insidious era where liberals are behaving like fascists. So on that, you have absolutely my agreement. But my question for you,
I'm a mix of liberal and conservative. I don't want to hear that liberals are acting like fascists. Because fascists is right wing. Conservatives typically fall in that way. They would act more like authoritarian socialist dictators. Example, Hitler and Stalin. Stalin had 20 million people killed. So let's not. That's crazy. So, on a worldwide topic. Oh, I don't know what to talk about now. I am unbearably uncomfortable. Like, you actually have no idea how uncomfortable I am. So, I do feel like there's a lot of things we can't say, and that there is a war on free speech, especially when it comes down to the right side. Agreeing with the right will get you a lot of people mad at you. Disagreeing with the left will get also a lot of people mad at you. And I think that's just probably the most absurd thing. Granted, the right are also guilty of this. We have no middle ground. And that's the problem, is we have no middle ground. There's nothing to connect us because we're too focused on getting a leg up over each other. It's really unfortunate, and it doesn't have the way things are. And I'm really, really upset by this, is because we were founded on the concept of unity, yet we are so divided and so put out of the loop that we attack each other. We attack each other in schools, we attack each other in public, we set up points of interest that will intentionally clash with the other side simply because we want to beat them, we want to take the moral high ground, or they think they're doing the right thing, they're not doing it the right way, they have to do it our way, where it's the highway. We're just doing everything wrong at this point because we're not doing it together. The unfortunate reality of this is that there's not really another way to do this. And we really can't, because of how aggressive politics have become over the centuries and how like divided we have become, how many different classes, you got the whites, the blacks, the gays, the Republicans, the Democrats. We have created so many different things to classify as, to label ourselves, that we will openly clash with anything that disagrees with their label, that questions with their label, or simply that makes us question our own label. And it's just really sad. I'm not saying every question is a good question. I'm not saying every statement is a great statement, but I am saying that we should be trying to work together. We should be trying to mend our wounds and not actively pull at the seams. We are attacking each other, we are fighting each other, we are demeaning each other, and we are secluding each other. And it's not helping. It's not making one side better. It's not making America great. It's making this place a lot worse to live. And on that note, I will leave this with you guys. The question is, why do you support what you support? Does it make sense to you?